Hello, beta. Good evening to all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Beta, what I told in the last lecture?
Exponential function, sir.
Beta, speak loudly.
Exponential function.
Okay. Exponential function. Okay, now. So, please show me any last topic. Actually, I have forgotten. मैं भूल गया हूँ. Last topic क्या था बता दो ना.
We were doing some important results.
What is the result number first?
What's that?
What is the result number first? Result first क्या था log के? No idea. Comparison of graph is completed or not? I think completed, na? So, we will start. Next topic is logarithmic function. Logarithmic function. So simply y is equal to log x to the base a. So guys, a logarithmic function has also two conditions. It has also, guys, two conditions. Logarithmic function has also two conditions. First condition is that a should lies between 0 to 1. A should lies between 0 to 1. This is your first condition. A should lies between 0 to 1. And second condition is that A greater than 1. Second condition is that A greater than 1. Okay. So observe the graph. Let's say A should lies between 0 to 1. A should lies between 0 to 1. Graph is beta decreasing. Okay. The graph is passing from 1, 0. Okay. So let's say base should lies between 0 to 1. As example, you can say that. As example, you can say that y is equal to log x base 1/2. Okay. Yeah, you can say that y is equal to log x base 1/3. Okay. You can say that, sir, y is equal to log x base 1/e and dot. Okay. Okay, beta. So I think, guys, according to the graphical approach, what is the domain of function? So beta, domain of function is beta, just observe the domain. The domain is beta r plus. Domain is r plus. What is the range? So range will be beta 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. Matlab beta, you can say range is simply domain is R plus. Range is better simply range will be better R. Range will be R. Okay. Range will be R. Roots. Better roots will be x is equals to 1 at x is equals to 1 graph cut the x-axis. So root will be 1 at x equal to 1. Asymptote. Asymptote. So better asymptote is what? Y-axis. And for the y-axis equation is what? X is equal to 0. Okay. Graph is what? Decreasing function. Decreasing function. Bounded or unbounded? The graph is better unbounded. Unbounded. Unbounded function. Unbounded function. So this is the better graph whenever a should lies between 0 to 1. Got it. Observe the next graph. This is the next condition. Whenever whenever base is greater than 1. So beta whenever base is greater than 1, graph is increasing. Graph is beta increasing. So as example, you can say that y is equal to log x base 2. Okay. Yeah, you can say that y is equal to simply ln x. Okay. Yeah, you can say that y is equal to log x base 5. So this all graph has the nature is simply same. Okay. Same nature. Got it or not? I think beta clear. So what is the domain of function here? Domain is beta R plus. What is range of the function? So range will be beta simply R. What is the root? The root is beta x is equals to 1. X is equals to 1. Got it? What is the asymptote? Asymptote will be y-axis. Means beta x is equal to 0. X is equals to 0. Graph is increasing or decreasing? The graph is beta increasing. Increasing function. Graph is bounded or unbounded? The graph is unbounded. Just note it down beta firstly. Then beta, any doubt? Let me know, yeah. Beta, any doubt? Comparison of graph. So let's say Consider the axis. So beta, let's say this is your, first of all, draw the graph of y is equal to ln x. So this is the graph of y is equal to ln x. Okay. And then we draw the graph of y is equal to log x. This is the graph of y is equal to log x base 3. But important point is that, guys, just to observe one thing. Just to observe one thing. At, let's say this is E. Let's say this is 3. Just it gives the same value 1. And this is beta 0. So this is the comparison of graph of beta log x. And so just to observe, let's say y is equal to ln x. Just to observe, y is equal to ln x means what? Log x base e. Okay. So guys, just to put x is equals to e. X is equals to e. What we got? What we got? Y is equals to 1. Okay. Any doubt? And let's suppose you have graph of y is equal to log x base 3. Just to put x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3. What we get? Y is equals to 1. Y is equals to. So what we observe? At x is equals to e got simply value 1. Y is equal to 1. At x is equal to 3, simply got value y is equal to 1. So that is the comparison of graph. So you can say that, sir, if base is greater than 1, so base is greater than 1, then if we increase base, then graph will be rotated. Graph will be rotated clockwise about the point 1, 0. So this is the better important observation from my side. Actually, I'm just writing the whole fact in the box. That is the important observation. I think this is clear too. Any doubt, let me know. बेटा क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But the next graph is y is equal to x plus 1 by x. So just to remember the graph, that is important graph. So the x plus 1 by x graph is, let's say guys, this is a y is equal to x. So what is the x plus 1 by x graph? But this and this. Okay, so what you observe guys, you observe just one thing, sir. Sir, at x is equals to 1, you get simply what? 2. And you also observe at x is equals to 1 minus 1, you got minus 2. And this is the y is equal to x graph. So this is the graph of x plus 1 by x. So first condition here. First condition is that, beta, what is the domain here? So just observe the domain. The domain is beta simply r minus 0. This is the domain. R minus 0. But you can say that also this is the beta R naught. And you can also say that this is beta minus infinite to 0 union 0 to infinite. Okay. So what is the range? The range of the function. So range is beta simply minus infinite to minus 2. At 2 is graph is included union 2 to beta infinite. 2 to infinite. Okay. Root is beta, the root is none. Graph is not cutting the x-axis at any point, so the root is none beta. Asymptote. Asymptote is simply beta y is equal to x. And we can say that y-axis are two asymptote. Okay. Okay now. Beta y-axis is what? Y-axis means that beta x is equal to 0. That is very important. X is equals to y and y x, that means beta x is equal to 0. Okay. Graph is beta bounded or not? Beta not bounded. Bounded, not. That is the point number 1. Point number 2 is that beta ki x plus 1 by x is always greater than equals to beta 2 if x belongs to positive real number. So we can say that ki for equating, we can say that for equating x is equals to 1, x plus 1 by x is always greater than equals to 2. That is a one point. Point number 1. Point number 2 is that x plus 1 by x always less than equal to minus 2 if x belongs to negative real number. Means what? If for equating x is equals to minus 1. For equating x is equals to minus 2, what is the answer here? X is equals to minus 1. Got it? Any doubt, beta? This is the basic condition. Okay. Third condition is that x plus 1 by x and their modulus is always greater than equals to 2. And for equality, x is equals to minus 1 or 1. Note, for y is equals to 2, there is only one x. There is only one x, that is x barabar 1. Okay. For y is equal to minus 2, there is only one x, that is x barabar minus 1. For any other y in range, there will be two values of x. There will be two values of x. So guys, that is the complete information about this graph and the total observation area of this graph. That is the very important point. Do you guys have any doubt? Let me know. Tell me, guys. Any doubt? Any doubt, beta? All clear now? Just note it down this thing. So beta graphical phase 1 is completed. Graphical approach of phase 1 is completed, guys. Graphical approach of phase 1 is completed. Got it? Guys, this is clear now. Any doubt?
No, sir.
बेटा सबका क्लियर है कि नहीं है यार? बताओ जल्दी से. कोई डाउट है तो बोलो. लॉक के? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So our next topic is greatest integer function. Most important area. Greatest integer function. So beta fx is equal to box of x. So this symbol represent greatest integer function, and you can say ZIF, and you can say ZIF. So fx is equal to box x, and this box x represent greatest integer function. Suppose guys, suppose we have just a number x, but any number in universe is written as n plus f. Beta n means what? N means beta integral part. Integral part means that beta n is always integer, and f means beta fractional part. Fractional part means beta f should lies between beta 0 to 1. Okay, f should lies between 0 to 1. Okay, so any number in universe, enough. So any number in universe is written as n plus f. Beta n plus f means that n is beta integral part. Okay, and beta f is what? F is beta what? Fractional part. N is integral part and f is fractional part. Beta n means what? N means beta integer. N stand for beta. This is n. N means beta integer, and this is f. F is beta fractional. Okay. So at this condition, greatest integer function of x, this is equal to n. Okay, this is equal to n. So this is the beta very important condition. Note it down. Suppose a number x is written as n matlab integral part plus f matlab fractional part. At this condition, greatest integer function of x, it's always approaches only integer, not fractional value. Okay. Let us take one example. Let us find greatest integer function of 1.2. So suppose guys, 1.2 is a number is written as 1 plus 0.2. Okay. So what about n? What about 1? So 1 is beta integral part. 1 is integral part. And what about 0.2? The 0.2 is the fractional part. 1 is beta integral part. Integral part. और 0.2 is the beta fractional part. Fractional part. So one thing is clear कि integral part means always integer and fractional part means if is beta should lies between 0 to 1. So at this condition, greatest integer function of 1.2 is always, at this condition, greatest integer function of 1.2 is always beta 1. Always 1. This is your beta answer. This is your answer. Okay, this is your answer. Got it or not? Got it or not? Okay. Let us take another example. Example number 2. You have to calculate greatest integer function of 5.79. Suppose 5.79 is a number, is written as integral part plus fractional part. Got it or not? So what about 5? Because 5 is the integer, 5 is the integral part. What about 0.79? 0.7 is the beta fractional part. This is beta integral part. This is the beta fractional part. So fractional part should lies between 0 to 1. Fractional part should lies between 0 to 1. And it is always an integer. At this condition, greatest integer function of 5.79 is always what? It just approaches the integer, and 5 is the always integer. This is the beta answer. This is the answer. Got it or not? Okay. So, example 3. 2.8973. Their greatest integer function is what? Simply 2. 3.1234. Their GIF is what? Simply 3. Okay. And it out. Let us take another example. Greatest integer function of minus 1.2 is what? So guys, you can say कि sir minus 1.2 is written as minus 1 minus 0.2. So sir, at this condition, minus 1.2 ka GIF is equal to minus. But guys, this is the wrong method. Because condition is better that integer plus fractional. Okay. So guys, no doubt, minus 1 is the integer. But this is the n, no doubt. This is also f, no doubt. But in between n and f, this is the beta plus sign. But here we use the minus sign. So it contradicts my legal authentic formula. So what we can do, beta? So what we can do? So minus 1.2 should be written as what? Minus 2 plus 0.8. Just take next integral number. Minus 2 is beta what? Minus 2 is beta completely integer. 0.8 is what? 0.8 is what? Fractional value. This is beta also a fractional part. And this should lies between beta 0 to 1. At this condition, minus 1.2 ka beta jo GF hoga na beta, that is equals to minus 2. That is equals to minus 2. Okay. Let's say we have to calculate GIF of minus 5.79 is what? Simply Simply what? Minus 6. Okay, let's say minus 8.2893. What is their GF? Simply beta minus 9. Minus 5. Got it? Got it, beta?
Yes, sir.
Let's say next example. Greatest integer function of minus pi is what? So beta, greatest integer function of minus pi is what? This is minus 3.14 dot 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 dot. That is what simply minus. So beta simply minus 4. Minus 4. So greatest integer function of 2 is what? So beta integer का beta j आप हमेशा integer ही होता है. Greatest integer function of minus 2 is always beta minus 2. Okay. One question is that the greatest integer function of e minus greatest integer function of pi, and this represent GIF. Guys, try to calculate it. Try to calculate it. Do it self only. Done beta. Beta, this is clear now. Guys, what is the value of E? E is beta what? E is beta Napier constant. Napier's constant. So beta value of E is what? 2.71 dot dot dot. And this is beta what? Pi. Value of pi is what? 3.14 dot dot dot. I got it now. पता है कि नहीं पता है चीज बेटा क्या हो जाएगा आप दिस इज बेटा 2.71 डॉट GF minus this is 3.14. ठीक है So greatest integer function of 2.71 dot 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 is equal to, this is minus 3.14 dot dot. This will be what? Minus 4. This will be what? 2 plus 4. That is equal to 6. This is your answer. This is your answer. Okay. So by this method, you can tackle the problem easily. Okay. So, beta, I'm just taking one important question, very interesting question, and the Olympiad level. Guys, any doubt up to here? Everything is fine now? बेटा क्लियर है यहाँ तक? विदाउट से तो बोलो.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just try one question. Question is कि fx is equal to cos pi square by 2 there gf into x plus sin minus pi square by 2 into gf into x. This represent greatest integer function. First option is f0 is 1. Second option is f5 by 3. This is equal to 1 by root 3 plus 1. Third is f5 by 2 is equal to 0. Fourth is f5 is equal to 0. Just guys try to solve. Just try once. एक बार try करो बेटा. थोड़ा सा दिमाग वाग लगाओ. Guys, try किए हो कि नहीं? व्हाट हैपेंड गाइस? कुछ बोलोगे? हुआ कि नहीं हुआ? देखो बेटा, तुमको तो बहुत बड़ा बड़ा डेटा दिया गया, लेकिन हाउ टू टेकल द प्रॉब्लम, बिकॉज दैट इज द ओलंपियाड लेवल प्रॉब्लम, सो यू कैन जस्ट टेकल द प्रॉब्लम स्मूथली। पहले मुझे बताओ बेटा, पाई का वैल्यू कितना होता है? पाई की वैल्यू 3.14 डॉट डॉट डॉट। व्हाट इज पाई स्क्वायर? This is 9 point something dot dot dot. What is the pi square by 2? Pi square by 2 is better simply 4 point dot 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 dot. What is the pi square by 2 ka GF? This is what? This is simply 4. What is the minus pi square by 2 ka GF? This is minus 4 point something, that is equal to minus 2. So what you observe, guys, you just simply observe your fx is cos 4x cos 4x plus sine minus 5 into x. So finally your fx is, because pi square by 2 is what? 4, and minus pi square by 2, their gf is minus 5. So this is simply better cos 4x minus sine 5x. Just to put, check option number Y. Option A. Just put f0. F0 is better cos cos 4 times of 0 minus sine 5 times of 0. Cos 4 times 0 is better cos 0 is 1, sine 0 is simply 1. I think this is clear to all. Beta, this is clear, na? So option number 1 is correct. Just check option number 2. Option B. What is your fx, guys? fx क्या बेटा? fx तो बेटा हमेशा ये रहने वाला है. This is your main fx. बेटा fx तो हमेशा ही रहेगा ना. Just put f pi by 3. क्या होगा बेटा? This is cos 4 pi by 3 minus sine 5 pi by 3. Okay. What we got? Simply cos 4 pi by 3 simply cos pi plus pi by 3 minus sine 5 pi by 3 is beta what? I think 2 pi minus pi by 3. So finally beta, this is minus cos pi by 3, or this is beta sine pi by 3. This is beta what? Minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2. This is beta root 3 minus 1 by 2. And just to rationalize it, root 3 minus 1 by 2 into root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 plus 1. This is simply 1 by root 3 plus 1. But option A is correct, option B is correct. I think this will be clear to all. Check option C. Option C. This is your fx. F pi by 2. What? Cos 4 pi by 2 minus sine 5 pi by 2. So this is what beta? Cos 4 pi is basically cos 2 pi. Sine 5 pi by 2 is beta simply sine 2 pi plus pi by 2. This is beta simply 1 minus, I think 1 minus 1 na, that is 0. Beta option C is also correct. ठीक है ना? Last is beta option number D. Option D is beta, this is the fx, so f pi is beta what? Cos 4 pi minus sine 5 pi. So cos 4 pi is beta what? 1 or sine 5 pi is 0. 1 minus 0 is equals to 1. So this option is incorrect. So beta multiple choice question. 3 options will be correct and 1 is incorrect. And 1 is beta incorrect. Got it or not? Beta, any doubt? Let me know. अरे बेटा बोलो यार, कब तक चुप रहेगा भाई? कोई डाउट्स तो नहीं है ना? सब तो समझ में आ गया ना बेटा? लॉग के ऋतु, शमिता, वीएम.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
So बेटा note it down fastly. नोट कर लो बेटा इसको. या बेटा this is clear na? Any doubt? Everything fine na beta? So this is the multiple choice question. Option, all the 3 options will be correct beta. Okay. So thank you for beta today's session, है ना? Okay. अपन बेटा कल फिर इसको कंटिन्यू करेंगे. ठीक है बेटा?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
ठीक है बेटा, है ना? चलो आप करो आज भर, है ना? कल सब कुछ खुद से कल आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे बेटा. ठीक है? चलो बेटा, थैंक यू फॉर टुडे सेशन बेटा. ओके, बाय, टेक केयर.